Davinia Taylor is an English actress, author, and wellness advocate who has been sober for 15 years after struggling with alcoholism. She realized that her drinking was driven by dopamine-seeking behavior rather than indulgence. Alcohol made her function better initially until it didn't. Taylor has been diagnosed with depression and bipolar disorder in the past, but now believes she was simply underfed and lacking proper brain fuel. She developed a company called Will Powders to provide nutrient support, as she felt she lacked willpower but actually just needed the right ingredients for her brain. Taylor's journey into biohacking and wellness began when her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. This led her to explore genetic testing and understand her predisposition to addiction. Realizing her alcoholism had a genetic component removed some of the guilt and self-hatred, allowing her to focus on recovery and the future. She views her experiences as providing insight into addiction that can help others. After getting sober, Taylor initially leaned into carbohydrates and processed health foods, but felt constantly unsatisfied and lethargic. She describes feeling beige and flat emotionally during this time. It wasn't until she discovered the benefits of healthy fats and ketones that she regained her energy and mood stability. Now she aims to protect her mood above all else, as she knows how profoundly diet and lifestyle affect mental well-being. Taylor starts her mornings with electrolytes containing dandelion leaf and horsetail tea to flush out bloating. She gets some natural light exposure first thing to boost dopamine. Her go-to morning drink is coffee with collagen and a keto creamer containing grass-fed butter, MCT powder, and acacia fiber. This provides amino acids and healthy fats to fuel her brain without spiking insulin. She typically has 3 to 4 coffees in the morning, using organic instant coffee for convenience. If using regular coffee, she'll add L-theanine to counteract any jitters or anxiety. Taylor then goes for a run while listening to upbeat music, which provides a natural dopamine boost. She recommends starting with intervals of walking during verses and jogging during choruses to build up endurance. Before heading to work, she has another dose of MCT oil or C8 oil to boost ketones and mental clarity. She views this as going into battle and wants to be in an optimal state. For her children, she ensures they start the day with protein like bacon and eggs, plus a protein shake to fuel their brains before school. Taylor follows a lower-carb, higher-fat diet focused on whole foods. She avoids seed oils and other processed ingredients. Her approach is to eat ketogenically during the day for energy and focus, then include some healthy carbs in the evening for better sleep. She enjoys foods like sourdough bread, roast dinners with vegetables, and traditional fats like goose fat, lard, and beef dripping. With her children, she provides healthy options at home, but doesn't strictly control their diets outside the house. She wants them to develop their own understanding of how foods affect them rather than rebelling against restrictions. Her 10-year-old has started taking cold showers on his own after hearing his parents discuss the benefits. Taylor is a proponent of grass-fed, pasture-raised animal products. She sources collagen from Swiss cows raised in the Alps without antibiotics or growth hormones. She appreciates that many European countries have stricter farming standards as the default. Taylor is critical of the conventional medical approach to mental health and addiction. She feels she was overprescribed medications in the past that didn't address the root causes of her issues. Now she prefers to focus on nutrition, lifestyle, and natural interventions to support her well-being. She expresses frustration with outdated nutritional guidelines and studies that don't reflect current environments or populations. Taylor believes there's an epidemic of dopamine dysregulation, especially among teens, driven by factors like social media and processed foods. She advocates for facilities that can help people quickly rebalance their brain chemistry through nutrition and lifestyle, rather than relying on pharmaceuticals. She is excited by emerging health technologies and research methods that can provide more relevant data. She sees promise in using large-scale real-world data from wearables and apps to inform health recommendations. At the same time, she values traditional wisdom and ancestral approaches to nutrition. Some key supplements and biohacks Taylor uses include electrolytes with dandelion and horsetail tea, collagen peptides, MCT oil and C8 oil, L-theanine, red light therapy, cold exposure. She's experimented with more intensive protocols like a carnivore diet, which she tried for a month. While she felt benefits, she prefers a more flexible approach long-term that includes some carbs. Taylor is intrigued by emerging therapies like stem cell treatments and methylene blue for addressing conditions like autism. She emphasizes the importance of understanding one's own genetic predispositions and biochemistry. For example, she avoids green tea and elderberry due to having the COMT gene mutation, which can cause anxiety and insomnia with these ingredients. She recommends magnesium supplementation to help offset these effects if exposed. Taylor views addiction primarily as dopamine-seeking behavior rather than a moral failing. In her case, alcohol initially helped her focus and function better by providing a dopamine boost. Now she's found healthier ways to support her brain chemistry and energy levels. She is critical of how addiction is often treated in conventional settings, feeling that simply substituting one addictive substance for another, like benzodiazepines, is not truly addressing the problem. She advocates for a more holistic approach focused on nutrition, lifestyle, and understanding one's biochemistry. She believes many people are addicted to processed carbohydrates and sugars without realizing it. Taylor sees parallels between how people defend their consumption of these foods and how alcoholics justify their drinking. She aims to educate people on how these foods may be negatively impacting their mood and energy. Taylor acknowledges that some may view her approach as extreme, but she feels it's necessary given the current food environment and cultural messaging around alcohol and indulgence. She's passionate about empowering people, especially women, with information to take control of their health. At the same time, Taylor emphasizes meeting people where they're at and not being judgmental of others' choices. She recognizes that everyone is on their own journey and has to find what works for them. She aims to present options and information rather than dictating a single right way to eat or live. She's excited by the potential of biohacking and personalized health approaches to optimize well-being. Taylor sees promise in combining ancient wisdom with modern technology to create lifestyles that are both primal and comfortable. She believes it's possible to thrive and potentially extend lifespans significantly through these methods. Taylor is optimistic about rapid advancements in medicine and health technology in the coming years. She cites the convergence of artificial intelligence, big data, and early detection methods as game changers. She believes these tools will allow for much more personalized and effective health interventions. She's critical of traditional research methods that study things in isolation, like cells in a petri dish. Taylor feels this has led to misguided health recommendations in the past. She's excited by the potential of large-scale, real-world data collection through wearables and apps to provide more relevant insights. Taylor acknowledges that these changes may disrupt existing industries and power structures in healthcare. However, she's hopeful that ultimately it will lead to better outcomes for individuals. She encourages people to be proactive in understanding their own bodies and health rather than blindly following conventional wisdom. For Taylor, being an ultimate human means being able to access joy, safety, creativity, and love whenever she chooses. It's about having agency over her mental and emotional states rather than being at the mercy of brain chemistry imbalances or external circumstances. She values feeling energized, clear-headed, and emotionally balanced. Taylor emphasizes the importance of understanding one's own unique biochemistry and finding personalized solutions. She encourages people to question conventional wisdom, especially when it comes to nutrition and mental health. At the same time, she advocates for balance and enjoying life rather than becoming overly restrictive.